Alright, hey, what's going on YouTube? This is JobWilly5 doing a review on the XPS 15 L502X. So this is XPS 15 R2 or revision 2, however the heck you want to look at it. And this one right here is the Dell Inspiron 1545. Alright, this is kind of like comparing apples to oranges, but I just want to give a good comparison as to how good this computer is over the Inspiron that I was working with actually for a few months because I didn't have a computer for a while. As you can see, both have the same little Dell. Kind of looks, well, they don't look the same from the outside, but the thing is, this one looks phenomenal. Look how big the trackpad is on it. Very nice, very sensitive to the touch. Don't really mess me up. I've been typing on it and stuff, and it doesn't really mess me up too much, as in my palm or my wrist going on it. It doesn't move the mouse cursor or anything like that, which is a big plus because I know I had the M11X, and if I just barely, like, I had the M11X just R1, and if I was near this part of it and I was over here, it would like make the mouse go over to the top, or it would just do some weird stuff, and I'm not experiencing that on the Dell XPS 15 R2. I'm just going to call it the R2. On this one right here, I still have a pretty good, this one has a decent mouse, not as quick and responsive as the 15 R2, XPS 15 R2, but, and also if you got your, let's say you're typing with this on your lap and you're like grabbing onto it like this, or you're holding it up and you're grabbing onto it, which I do a lot. I seem to do it like this a lot. I'm not too sure why, but if you are doing that, you'll get unresponsiveness due to grabbing the bottom of it. I don't know, it's weird. Or if it's just on your lap, due to it being on your lap, it just makes the mouse kind of shaky and jumpy. Like I said, it's still comparing apples to oranges, but what I'm going to do is show you how quickly this loads up. Again, it's going to beat the crap out of this one because of the fact that it's got the i7. Not only that, it's just, you know, newer, better technology, and also it's got a solid state disk in it. This one has a regular, I think, 5400, maybe even a 4200, I believe it is, 4200 RPM hard drive. This one has the SSD, so I'm just going to do it, turn it on. You can count in seconds from whenever I hit the power button on YouTube and see how long both of them take to turn on. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Both of them are going to be turned on. Both of them are going to come on at the same, hopefully the same time, as in this one will start up first and this one will start up second, but I'll be able to access applications on this one a lot quicker than I'll be able to access applications on this one. Though this does have an SSD in it, the only thing that I see wrong with having an SSD is I do have Steam installed, but Steam is the only application that I cannot get to completely load up. But if you see, watch, I can go ahead and load up Windows, or I'm sorry, Internet Explorer, go to Google. I can do anything I want, pretty much. So it's pretty much instantaneous turning on and off on the SSD. It was a lot slower from just the 640 gig hard drive that it came with. It's probably about as slow as this is, maybe just a little bit quicker, and a little bit, because this one right here, I won't be able to access the internet for a while on this one. The internet does not, the driver for the wireless card does not load for quite some time. Watch, it's going to probably prove me wrong and just load, but it most likely will not. Oh, I thought it was going to load. Yeah, so it's going to take just a little bit to get on the internet on this one. This one right here, obviously, this one's got the 1080p screen. This has got the 720p, 1366 by 768 versus the 1920 by 1080. This one right here is very, very vibrant. The colors, it just pops out at you. These people look like they're kind of a little bit like 3D, just popping out. This one right here is it's got the CCFL, the cold cathode fluorescent lighting LCD, and this one has the LED LCD. You can tell a big difference. In person I can. My camera, you probably can't tell a big difference between the two screens, just because I got kind of a older crappy camera. But this one right here is very washed out, and if you were to, the further back you go, the better the screen looks. In my opinion, it looks a lot better. I don't know why it looks a lot better. It just looks a lot better on the camera. It probably looks like crap. But if you just come up, I mean, just a little, like right here, it starts to get washed out, and then you can't see anything. It's like gone. You're done. You probably can't see anything on the camera either. This one right here, you can only go so far back just because of the back part of the computer. But you bring it forward, and the colors just look exactly the same all the way down. I mean, I can see that there's like a little house there, everything. I can see everything on this computer still. It just looks phenomenal, and it's got 170-degree viewing angles. I can see it from any direction, up, down, left, right, whatever. Kind of like an IPS screen. Like on my iPhone, I got an IPS screen. I can see it from pretty much anywhere. No matter how I'm looking at the phone, I can see the perfect colors and stuff. Kind of wish it was IPS screen, but hey, you know what? This is closest to an IPS screen that you'll be able to get. This one, I mean, you got some pretty decent viewing angles. It still gets washed out if you're coming from the middle part just a little bit over, maybe like 20 or 30, maybe like 10, 15 degrees over, starts to become washed out, and it still continues to be washed out. You can see the screen and you can see what's on it. It's just really washed out. Keyboard on this one, I love the keyboard on this one. Just wish it had a backlight. I do like the keyboard. I like how it types, how it sounds. I like that sound, and I like the style of the keyboard. It's very comfortable to type on. Typed a lot of papers on it. Thank you, wife, for allowing me to do so. But the only thing I didn't like is, yes, it does not have the backlit keyboard. Keyboard on this one, obviously, backlit keyboard. Sounds, I mean, it's got kind of the same feel, the same texture, except for this one right here is more like it's a grippy. You can feel it. You can just grip onto the keys very well. It feels very high quality. Looks very high quality. Has kind of island style keys. Actually, they are island style keys as best as Dell can make them, I guess. They're not the chiclet keyboard like some other computers, but they are pretty much their own little island, so to say. Again, trackpads. This one right here isn't as good as the one that's on the XPS 15 R2. This one right here is just phenomenal, the way that it tracks all your movements. If I go to, let's say I go to a web page and I go to, we'll just stay right here, and we're just gonna scroll down. Some people have to take a while to get used to scrolling down like that, but I think it looks awesome. It scrolls pretty awesome, no matter how slow you're going. No matter how slow you're going. Okay. No matter how slow you're going, it looks awesome. It is awesome. Like it a lot. Matches the performance of my iPhone, I would have to say, because I'm not a Mac kind of guy. It's nothing against Mac or anything. I just, I'd rather have a PC, and that's just my preferred. Macs are too expensive, and for what I get, I can get a heck of a lot better. I got this for under $1,000. It's got an i7 processor. I don't think any Mac I can get has an i7 processor. Good video card. I mean, I can pretty much play all my games, all my older games, maxed out on this. And I'm going to do videos on all the games that I can on this computer and show you how I can just max them out. Pretty much, this one right here is pretty light without the battery. Now, the battery is a 9-cell battery. This one only has a 4. This one does not last long at all. This one does. This one lasts about maybe 2.5 hours. Let's see. I'm at 1 hour and 20 minutes at 79%. This one is still, I'm letting it charge Actually, it's not charging per se, but I'm trying not to use the battery as much. Actually, the battery charging option is off on this computer, but so it's just running strictly on the power from the wall. And I'm going to do also a review on the power brick on this beast, because my god, it is huge. Anyways, yeah, so this pretty much is the review that I wanted to do, and this is just, as you can see, look, even it's just not as good, not nearly as good as the trackpad on this one. But anyways, we're gonna know that, and I know this is comparing apples to oranges, but I just wanted to show the performance on this one right here. Obviously, that's my wife's little bitty doggy, but that's all I wanted to do, and that's all I have to say about this. This has been Jaw Willie 5, and I am out of